Okay, now I'm with Myles Kennedy. Myles, so good to see you again,
It's
man.
good to see you.
And so good to see this guitar.
Well, thank you. I'm in love. I love these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I did a review of it a little while ago, and you know, I'm a Nashville guy, so
Right.
tellies are like part of our.
Right.
They don't let you in town without a telly.
Right, exactly.
And to me, it was just like the perfect. They made everything that I like about a T-style. They totally accomplished, but it does so much more.
Yeah. It's really, you know, it's one of those things where when we all started talking, I think the goal was to take elements from a T-style that we loved,
Yeah.
and then marry them with more modern,
Right.
you know,
Sure.
concepts.
Yeah.
And that was a lot harder than I thought it would be, because
Right.
it's a delicate dance.
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
how do you
totally.
improve on something that was so perfect out of the gate?
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's like from 1950 on, they have figured it
Yeah.
out. It's pretty amazing when
Yeah.
you really think
oh
about
yeah, this is 70-year-old technology.
Exactly. And but they got it right the first time. So it was a matter of, you know, just no pun intended, riffing together and trying to figure out, you know, how we wanted to approach this. And I knew that like the neck was really important. I knew, you know, what I wanted to feel there. I wanted the profile to be substantial enough to where, you know, there was a girth there, and it would help resonate and whatnot. But I also didn't want it to be a baseball bat, fatigue the hand too quickly. The other thing that took a while was trying to figure out whether it was going to be a 7 1/4 radius or just a 10-inch radius, and we settled on the 10, fortunately, which I think
Glad you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad you did, because it that seems like the sweet spot.
Yeah, and plus that's, I think, so many guitars, you know, from, I don't know, you know, from a certain time period, that just became kind of the industry standard, and people are used to that. So if I switch guitars, if I go to one of my McCartys or something, it's already at that radius, so I'm comfortable, and I don't feel like I'm trying to push through the wood, you know. But yeah, and the pickups, that was another big
So
thing.
how did the pickups happen?
So initially, I think for me, I was hoping it would be close to, you know, certain T-styles that I liked, that I had in my collection, and we were shooting for that. And then Paul and the team there had a great idea, which was, well, let's try the narrow fields, because then what we can do is we can take elements of what you like as far as that single coil personality, that characteristic of single coils that only single coils have. But we can do it, and we can remove the hum,
Right.
you know. And I was like, well, if you can pull that off. So when they sent, I think, the second version, I was just floored, because it exceeded what I thought it was going to be in the first place. And really, for me, the best thing is it's such a versatile pickup. You know, I wasn't sure. Because of the various projects I play with, I was hoping we were going to fall into a tone that would, you know, it would be very versatile, and that's what this achieves. To me, it's like it's got an element of almost like a P90 at times, but then if I back off I work with the tone knob a lot, you know. So if I want it to sound like a straight up single coil, I'll put it down, leave it wide open, and then you get that, you know, just that. You get that spank.
Yeah.
But if you want to calm it down a little bit, and I'll even back that off a little bit, you know. So it's nice, and then when we can go over there and we put some gain through it, you'll hear hear how that works. But yeah, I mean, it's just been great.
Yeah, you really nailed it. Love the body shape. Love the way it felt. Yeah, it's just.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot coming from you.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's great to hear.
Yeah. Okay, so you probably spend most of your time on this during the night, but what else are you carrying out? What are your, you know, what else, do you play anything else during the night?
Yeah, well, just various versions of these. So I have
So the McCarty is it retired?
No, it's not retired. I use the McCarty on a song called Open Your Eyes, and that really works well. And then I use the 250 for the single cut, 250 for one song for like a real heavy cut.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's this one, the antique white version, the hunter's green version, and the black one. Those are
It's really
all night
not
long.
color. It's
all
really
not the color.
It's really not color or anything else. Okay, well, that's great. Okay, tell me about the owl.
The owl. Yeah, the owl was kind of it was something that we came up with for the solo record, the Ides of March. I believe my friend Chuck came up with that design, and I love owls. Owls represent, wisdom, which I have nothing. I have nothing going on upstairs, so I'm aspiring to wisdom. No, seriously.
I love the humility.
Well, and it's not
Don't
false humility.
believe
Believe me, I'm as dumb as a box of rocks, kids. But actually, there's another. It depends which culture it is, but it's really the ability to be be flexible, and I'm actually highlighting the fact that I'm dumb as a box of rocks. I'm not finding the right word right now, but it's basically the ability to adapt.
Oh.
Right, and that's what I love about this guitar. I feel like the owl really covers that nicely because this is such a versatile instrument.
Right.
And that was paramount for us.
And it was kind of a perfect marriage with PRS because they're such a bird company.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it kind of all. It seems like the natural progression.
Yeah.
Boom,
Ends with the owl.
Yeah.
But I love owls. I just think owls are just majestic, incredible creatures. So,
Great.
yeah.
And you kind of come from owl territory.
We do, up in the Pacific Northwest, up there in Spokane, Washington, and but sometimes my wife Celine and I will go for a drive and head out towards Idaho, and we'll see all sorts of cool birds.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So
Yeah.
I felt like the owl was perfect.